Welcome to Bite-Sized Folklore, where legends drift in from the edges of time, still alive in story, still echoing beneath the moss and stone of Ireland's ancient hills. Today's tale is one of destiny, accident, and the strange way that true knowledge doesn't always find the person who seeks it, but the one who's ready to carry it. This is the tale of the Salmon of Knowledge, and the boy who became Ireland's greatest hero, Fionn Cumhaill. Long ago, when the world still shimmered with magic, the rivers of Ireland ran full of secrets. And none held more than the Boyne, winding through valleys, whispering along stones, leading to the Well of Cumhaill, hidden deep in a sacred grove. This well was no ordinary place. It was said that 9 hazel trees grew around it, dropping nuts of pure wisdom into the waters. And there, beneath the surface, swam a single fish, a salmon who had eaten the nuts as they fell. This was the Salmon of Knowledge. It had lived for generations, absorbing the world's truth. To eat of it was to know all things. The past, the future, the hidden names of the stars, the hearts of kings, even the secret paths of fate itself. The poet and sage Fionn had sought that salmon his entire life. For 7 years, he fished along the Boyne. He cast his nets by moonlight and hooks by starlight. He fasted, prayed, read omens, watched the skies, and finally, at the edge of his old age, he caught it. Gleaming silver, with eyes like stormlight, it thrashed once in his net, and then was still. He held the fish in both hands reverently. This was it, wisdom incarnate. But he hesitated. There was one last step to take, and he would not do it hastily. He turned to his apprentice, a boy he'd only recently taken in. Quiet, sharp-eyed, and watchful as a fox. His name was Demne. But not for long. Fionn told the boy to cook the salmon, but warned him, "Do not eat even the tiniest piece, not a flake, not a drop." Demne agreed. He built a fire, cleaned the fish, and turned it slowly on the spit. But as the skin sizzled and blistered, a drop of hot oil spat from the fish onto his thumb. Without thinking, he stuck it in his mouth to cool the burn, and in that moment, the world opened. The boy's mind flooded. He saw the spinning stars, the growing roots, the birth of rivers, and the dying of empires. He heard every name ever spoken, and even the ones not yet whispered. He had tasted the truth of the world. When Fionn returned, he saw it at once. There was something different in the boy's eyes. Calm, ancient, as though he'd lived 10 lifetimes in the time it took the fire to burn low. "Did you eat the salmon?" the poet asked. Demne shook his head. "No, but I burned my thumb and I tasted it." Fionn stood silently for a long time. Then he nodded, not with anger, but with sorrow and acceptance. "It was never meant for me. The wisdom was always yours." From that day forward, the boy no longer called himself Demne. He took a new name, Fionn, meaning fair-haired or bright. And he would become Fionn Cumhaill, the leader of the Fianna, Ireland's elite warrior band, protectors of the land and seekers of justice. But Fionn was no brute. His strength came from knowledge. Whenever he faced a challenge, be it in battle, in riddles, or in matters of the heart, he would simply press his thumb to his mouth, and the wisdom would return. The world would unfold before him like a map written in the stars. The Salmon of Knowledge reminds us of a truth we often forget. that the greatest gifts don't always come through conquest or desire, but through accident, grace, and readiness. And that knowledge, true knowledge, chooses its own vessel. Some say that the salmon still swims in hidden waters, waiting for the next soul with the heart to bear it. Others say its wisdom now lives in the land itself, in stories like this one. Thank you for joining me on Bite-Sized Folklore. If this story stirred something in you, subscribe, share, leave a review, and return soon. There are more legends swimming just beneath the surface. Until next time, mind the river, and be careful what you burn your thumb on.